FIR means finite impulse response. That finite, what is the difference between finite impulse response and infinite impulse response? In the upcoming slides we will see. First, what is filter? What are the various types of filter are there that you need to know? Various types of filters are low pass filter, high pass filter, and band pass and band stop. From this figure itself, you can able to identify what is low pass filter. Low pass filter will pass low frequency either in positive side or in the negative side. Any direction, it will pass only low frequency. You can see the frequency in the negative side 0 to minus pi, positive side 0 to plus pi. But the low pass filter only will pass low frequency. Then similarly, high pass filter, you can see it won't pass low frequency. It will pass only high frequency, both in negative side as well as positive side. These are all basics. Anyhow, I'll refresh everything. And then similarly, ideal band pass filter is it won't pass low pass, low frequency as well as high frequency. In between transition band only it will pass. That means the frequency is moving from low frequency to high frequency. In middle, one frequency will be there. That frequency only it will pass. That is what band pass filter, which will pass only in between frequency. In between frequency means between low frequency and high frequency. You can see that in negative side as well as in positive side. Similarly, band stop filter will stop this high frequency as well as this frequency. That means in the low frequency side, you can see from the graph itself what are the frequencies it is passing and what are the frequencies it is stopping. Passing means high. This pass and this and all it will be passing, and here this transition band and all it is stopping. Whatever we have seen, these graphs and all will show ideal response, but we are not able to design ideal filter. So we're going to design practical filter. Usually we will start with low pass filter only. In your syllabus, mostly 90% you will be getting low pass filter design only. So from the low pass filter only, any filter can be designed. So basic filter is low pass filter. So that is why a practical low pass filter example they have given here. Actually here 1 plus del P, here 1 minus del P. Del P means here they have mentioned pass band ripple, and del S is stop band ripple. Here you can see del S, which is under stop band. That means it is a low pass filter, so it won't pass high frequency. That is why the higher frequency range and all mentioned with stop band, and lower frequency range and all it is passing. So that is why it is called as pass band. Between pass band and stop band, another band is called as transition band. That means it is transferring from one band to another band. That is why it is called as transition band. You may get a question, magnitude response of practical low pass filter. Draw the magnitude response. Like that, if they have asked, means you have to draw this low pass filter, practical low pass filter, or ideal filter. What it is mentioned in the question, that you have to see. This is practical filter. What is del P? Already I told you, pass band ripple. Because a practical filter won't behave like a ideal filter. It will have some ripple. That means you can see a better example, different you can see various TV with various clarity that you can easily identify with various clarity. That means costlier TV will have a good filter, less costlier TV will have medium filter. Like that, the amount of the TV will be decided depends upon the filter quality only. So every filter, even the design is keep on updated in upcoming TVs because filter the ripple is getting reduced so that filter efficiency should be improved. So this del P, actually ideal filter will fall here like with 1, exactly 1, it will fall at 1. But this practical filter will not fall at exactly 1. It will vary between 1 minus del P to 1 plus del P. That means few ripples will be there, not only in low frequency, also in high frequency. So there will be a chance of sending few high frequency as well, because it is not a ideal filter. It is a practical filter. There is a chance of low pass filter. There will be a chance of sending high frequency also. FIR filter, finite impulse response filter, various steps for designing. This is most important one. Various steps to design this FIR filter. First, we have to take the desired frequency response of filter. Desired frequency response means we have seen in the graph, it will pass only low frequency. It will not pass high frequency. So with the equation, we can mention low frequency and all, it can able to pass. We will see what is this desired frequency response, HD of omega, in the equation. So first you have to identify whether it's a low pass filter, you have to design a high pass filter, or band pass or band stop. Accordingly, the HD of omega will vary. Then next one, from the HD of omega, you have to get HD of from HD of omega, we will take inverse Fourier transform. HD of omega, if you take inverse Fourier transform, you will get to get HD of n. This HD of 1 is nothing but taking a finite number of n points. That means taking finite number means you're going to design FIR filter only. After taking inverse Fourier transform, you cannot go for infinite impulse response. Infinite impulse response means it is like counting number of stars in the sky. So it's not possible. So by seeing through a window, let us take in your home, window is there. Through the window, if you are able to, if you're going to see, only few things only you can see. If you come to a terrace, you can see multiple things, but you can't remember all those things. So designing an impulse, infinite impulse filter, it's very difficult. So we have to convert that into finite impulse response filter. For that, you have to take few samples. That is why here in the second point they have mentioned, after taking inverse Fourier transform, you have to take from the response of inverse Fourier transform, you have to take only few samples. That means few samples means finite impulse response. You have to take finite means few samples. Then that finite, already I told you, finite duration you will take. From that, H of n you will get by taking inverse DFT. DFT already you know, this one we have studied in unit 1 itself. So that find out, you have to find out H of n. That value will be, you will be getting from inverse DFT. Then that H of n has to be converted into H of z by taking Z transform. h of 1 you will be converting into h of z. This h of z is nothing but digital filter transfer function. Remember that h of z is a digital filter transfer function. So once these steps you will clearly understand once we solve a problem. So at present, initially, what filter you going to get HDF, low pass filter or high pass filter, those filters HDF omega will be given as a table. From the table, that filter HDF omega you have to get, then that HDF omega has to be converted into HDF n with the help of inverse Fourier transform. Then that HDF n has to be converted into h of n with the help of inverse DFT. Then with the help of h of n, we will be getting h of z. That h of z is nothing but digital filter transfer function, because we are going to design a digital filter. Then choose a suitable structure and realize a filter. Realization of the filter, already we know that direct form 1, direct form 2, these are all we have studied in unit 2. Realization, direct form 1, direct form 2, transpose form, cascade form, like that. But here in FIR filter, linear phase realization only we have to use. Direct form 1, direct form 2 and all we will not use. In question, in exam, if they have asked direct form 1, direct form 2, that IAR direct form 1, direct form 2 realization itself you can use. But mostly we will not use direct form 1, direct form 2 and all in unit 3 FIR filter. We will use linear phase realization only. So realizing of the filter we will see in the upcoming slide. So at present, remember these steps. We will see a problem. Before move on to the problem, various frequency response of linear phase realization of FIR filter you must know. In that 4 cases are available. Symmetrical impulse response when n is odd, like this. Various options are there: symmetrical, symmetrical, anti-symmetry, anti-symmetry. What is symmetrical response? What is anti-symmetry response? What is n is odd? What is n is even? All those things we will see now. So you're going to analyze the frequency response of a FIR filter under these 4 cases. So under these 4 cases, you must know what is symmetrical impulse response, what is anti-symmetry. So in this figure, you can see what is symmetrical response. Symmetrical response means, let us take n equal to 11. In this graph, they have drawn for various samples up to n equal to 11. That means 0 to 10. So center of symmetry alpha. Alpha is nothing but capital N minus 1 divided by 2. Capital N is here 11 minus 1, 10. 10 divided by 2, it's 5. So in this graph, at 5, that means here in the sample at 5, you can see from 5 left side and right side, if you compare, both are it is similar. The sample number 4 and sample number 6 is similar. Sample number 3 and sample number 7 is similar. Similarly, sample number 2 and sample number 8 is similar. That means once if you take a center of symmetry, the left side and right side both are equal. That is called symmetrical response, and the n value is 11. That means odd. Similarly, here you can see n value is even, and the center of symmetry will be 10, means n minus 1 divided by 2. That means 4.5. Here also you can see from 4.5. From 4.5 you can see that left side and right side are both are similar. That is what this h of n, this impulse response, this h of n is left side and right side both are equal, but n value is even. Here, what is anti-symmetry you can identify. What is antisymmetry means? Left side and right side both are not equal for n equal to odd. You can see here center of symmetry will be 5 because n equal to 11. You can see in the left side it will be negative value, in the right side opposite value will be there. So similarly in the left side for 3 it is positive, for 7 it is negative. So for n equal to odd, for n equal to even, you can see what is antisymmetry. So I think you all understood what is antisymmetry and what is symmetry, and when n is odd and when n is even. So with this response, we are going to study with various cases. Frequency response. This h of n is a impulse response. With this various impulse response, you are going to identify the frequency response. So 4 conditions you have seen. First case, frequency response of linear phase FIR filter when impulse response is symmetrical. Impulse response is symmetrical and n is odd. Big derivation is there. We are not going to see the derivation. How the response will be, that we will be seeing now. Here you can see both it is a symmetrical response and n is odd. For this case, your frequency response will be like this. Here you can see for a impulse response of symmetrical impulse response and n is odd, here magnitude responses, that means the frequency responses, frequency response will be, you can see this is also symmetric. The second case, frequency response of linear FIR filter, it is symmetrical and n is even. It is symmetrical. You can see with this h of n, you will be getting this h of omega frequency response, and here it is, you can see the response how it is. Here it's in the left side it is going towards positive side, in the right side it is going towards negative side. So it is anti-symmetry. When n is even with symmetrical h of n, you will be getting anti-symmetry response. Here frequency case 3, n is odd and anti-symmetry h of n. Your output will be like this, anti-symmetry h of n, and you can see in the left side from the center of symmetry, the left side it is towards positive and it is towards negative. So it is anti-symmetry frequency response. Here you can see case 4 with response of anti-symmetry h of n and your capital this n sample value will be even. The response will be like this. Anti-symmetry, you can see in the center of symmetry, left side will be 3 value will be, you can see, negative, and 4 value will be positive. Similarly 2 value will be positive, 5 value will be negative. So for this, what is your response? Frequency response will be, here you can see the left side also it is going towards upper side, and right side also it's going towards upper side. So it is symmetrical response. So all 4 cases and its frequency response for a given impulse response of h of n a summary is mentioned here. This summary shows that for h of n symmetric and odd, your final response will be symmetric. And for a symmetric h of n, if it is even, anti-symmetry. And anti-symmetry input of h of n, and if n value is odd, it will be anti-symmetry, that final frequency response. Then anti-symmetry h of n input with even number of n, your output will be symmetric. The final example here, it is symmetric. So these graphs, this frequency response, are mentioned with the equation. This derivation only I have skipped because it's a big derivation. It will take more time. So for first case, this is the frequency response magnitude function. Then second case, this table is important for solving the problem. How it comes, those things only I have explained. And in your syllabus, for designing design technique of FIR filter, there are 3 methods. One is with Fourier series method, the other is with window method, and the third one is frequency sampling method. The final one, optimal filter design method, you won't be having in your syllabus. So only 3 methods. Even though it is mentioned with 1 and 2, the first itself will be having 2 methods: Fourier series method and window method and frequency sampling method. If you know about these 3 methods of solving the problem, your third unit is completely over. So first we will see how to solve a problem with Fourier series method. Already told you in the steps to design a FIR filter. First you will be getting HD of omega. From HD of omega, you will take inverse Fourier transform, so that you will be getting HD of n. That HD of n, you will that infinite duration will be converted into finite duration with given number of n, whether n may be odd or even. So once again, I'll repeat. In the first step, already I've explained the design procedure. In that HD of omega, according to the filter, whether low pass filter or high pass filter, whatever may be the filter, HD of omega you have to get first. Then that HD of omega will be converted into HD of n by taking inverse Fourier transform. Then that HD of n will be converted into h of n by taking n samples, because it's finite. So n should be finite. Then that h of n will you will take z transform to get h of z from h of n. Here you can see, by taking z transform, we will be getting h of z. You know this formula, I think. Z transform, h of n into z power minus n will give you h of z. This h of z is what we need, because we are going to design digital filter. Simplified formula is mentioned here. This formula only we will be using in this formula we will be using in your conversion of h of n to h of z in the problem. So kindly note down this formula. I will share this PDF. This formula only we will be using in the problem. So I told you HD of omega for various filter will be there. That is what here it's mentioned. Low pass filter, high pass filter, and band pass filter, everything is there. HD of omega and HD of n. By taking a clear image of this one, I'll share. At present, you consider this specification according to the low what filter you, in the question they are asking, that HD of omega you'll have to take, and then that has to be converted into HDF(n). So conversion of HDF(n), out they are doing is take that HDF omega from the specification and then do inverse Fourier transform, so that you will be getting HDF(n). The problem we will see. Design a FIR low pass filter with cutoff frequency. They are given cutoff frequency as 1 kilohertz and sampling rate of 11. So your sampling rate n will be 11 samples using Fourier series method they have asked you to solve. So here cutoff frequency is 1 kilohertz. So frequency they have given. From that you can get omega c, which is nothing but in terms of radians per second. You will be using this omega c in the problem. That is why initially itself we will be identifying this omega c. Similarly, sampling rate they have given as 4. You can see in the corner of this page 4 kilohertz they have given. So that sampling frequency will be used to identify omega s. Then from the sampling frequency we know that time can be identified, t equal to 1 by f. From that we will be identifying t value. So at present we know what is fc, cutoff frequency, what is sampling frequency, what is time period. Then this is what I told you. First step, get the HD of omega t. This one I will be getting from the table which I have shown in the previous slide. HD of omega t 1, 0, 0 and various limits. That is what here I will be showing. Then from this that HDF(n) I will be getting with the help of taking inverse Fourier transform. 1 by omega s, the limit they have given as minus omega c to plus omega c. Here only the low pass, that means low frequency only it will work. That is why here it is mentioned as 1, and in transition band it will not work, and in high pass frequency also it will not work. So transition band and high frequency band both are eliminated. Only low frequency only you'll be using. So that limit alone will be take into the picture. So from this that integration will give you HDF(n) value as 2 by omega s nt sine omega c nt. Like that you will be getting HDF(n). This is a desired impulse response of the filter, but till now we have not got exact impulse response of the filter. Exact impulse response of the filter is with you have to convert this into finite sample, then only exact impulse response you will get. This HDF(n) is not equal to h of n. You have to convert that into h of n. So here what is the use of this L-Hospital rule? We will see now. Because when you going to convert that into finite number of samples, you have to substitute the n value. While substituting the n value, let us consider the n value starts from 0. Here the sign 0 will be 0, and in the bottom also n value, if you put 0 by 0, it is a indeterminate value. So that we can't get a particular value. So for that reason, we will be using, when n equal to 0 alone, we will be using this L-Hospital rule. So this limit theta tends to 0, sin a theta by theta equal to a. How it, you will see that how we will be converting that. This is the at present answer we got, 2 divided by omega s nt sin omega c nt. Now that omega s is, we know that 2 pi fs, that fs is 1 by t. That is what we have included here. And then this 2 and 2 will be get cancelled, and t will be get cancelled. So here sin omega c nt by pi t, sorry, pi n, t and t already it's get cancelled. So this is a simplified form of the what we got as HDFN. Now, already I told you it is indeterminate when n equal to 0. So, for that alone, we will be using this L'Hospital rule, sin A theta by theta. It looks like your final answer is, you just compare this sin omega c nt by pi n as sin A theta by theta. So, you can identify your A value as 1 by omega. Yes, that we can see here. Here, in this equation, that is what is given here. The 2 by omega s alone we have separated. The remaining thing is available here. Sin omega c nt by nt. The 2 by omega s is outside already. This sin omega c nt by nt is equivalent to sin A theta by theta. So from this, if you compare, what you will get, omega c is your A value. So nt is in the numerator as well as in the denominator. Theta, that is not the answer. Only A is the answer. So omega c you can take. So already 2 by omega s already I have taken out. Now from the L'Hospital rule, I have got omega c. So from this, when n equal to 0, my HD of n value is 2 by omega c by omega s. For remaining value of n, this equation itself I will be taking. You can see for n equal to 0, after using L'Hospital rule, this equation I have got. For remaining n value, this is the equation. Simplified equation only they have taken. Then n value they will be substituting from 0 to 10 in the equation. So once for n equal to 0 alone, this equation is used. Remaining n equal to 1 to 10. Here the limit is mentioned 1 to n minus 1 sin omega c t by pi, because n value here is 1 and here n value is 2. So finally you will be getting some answers with the h of n. You can see in the right side. And important point, we have to use a calculator with radian mode. And I told you to note down what formula you will use in h of z. This is the formula h of z. Already I told you. This h of z formula, in that we will be substituting the value of n. Capital N is 11. So 11 minus 1, 10, 10 divided by 2, it's 5. So similarly, you substitute the value. It is a very, very simple one. Those values will be substituting. And here z power minus 5 and z power n, z power minus 5 and z power minus n, that will be converted as z power n minus 5 and z power minus n plus 5. This term is converted like this. And this is separate one, because h of 0 is separate from other things. That is why it is separately given like this. And simple manipulations, if you see, you will be able to understand. And all those things, finally you will be getting this kind of values. And this h of 5, h of 4, h of 3 values and all already we have identified here. From h of 0 to h of 10, those values we will be substituting instead of h of 0, h of 1, and we will be getting this kind of values for h of z. With this h of z only, we will be designing the filter using Fourier series method. Then next method is window technique method. Why we have to go for window technique method? What is the problem with the Fourier series method? That we will see now. Here abrupt truncation. Truncation in Fourier series method, how it happens is that actually we will be getting HD of n for infinite impulse response, but we will be converting that as H of n by taking only 11 samples for the given question. So abruptly you will be changing that infinite impulse response to 11 finite impulse response. So what will happen is that like in your calculator 2.34567 like that you are getting, abruptly you are converting that as 2.4 means final answer. While adding this value with some other value, you'll be getting a wrong answer. So that is what here abrupt truncation. Converting that 2.45678 into 2.4 or 2.5, which is nothing but a truncation, which produces oscillation in the result. So in the result means in the pass band and stop band, filter won't filter properly. This is also, this oscillation are due to the slow convergence of Fourier series method. So this oscillation won't give you a proper output in the Fourier series method. So this oscillation is nothing but Gibbs phenomena. This Gibbs phenomena is a important 2 mark oscillation produced in the Fourier series method is nothing but Gibbs phenomena. So in order to avoid this, this leads to the method of FIR filter design using window technique method.